What's up, Panther Nation? We have a long live stream here. We're going to try to cover all this in 30 minutes, but I don't think it'll happen, but we'll see. Um, First off, we're going to get to the coach hiring of Jim Hostler, the wide receiver coach. Most recently with the Green Bay Packers. He's been in the league for 19 years as a coach in different positions. With the Colts in 2015. He was a tight end coach 2016 2017 for the Colts. Variety roles for the Bills in 2014. He was with the Ravens in 2008 through 2013. The Niners had him 2005 through 2007. The Jets had him 2003 through 2004. The Saints had him 2001 through 2002. And the Chiefs had him in 2000. So, 19 years. He was with Nordferter's staff in San Francisco. And he trained famous wide receivers like T.Y. Hilton, Sammy Watkins, and Torrey Smith, who is still currently on our roster. So that's a big hiring that happened a few weeks ago. So we'll see how that impacts us in the future going forward. My question is, why wasn't he able to stick with any of these teams? Why is he bouncing around from half a dozen teams? We'll find out. We'll find out, I guess. But the Panthers are set to play in London versus Tampa Bay next year. So that's going to be a lot of fun. That's a Effie Obida homecoming. He was re-signed to a 1-year contract. Chris Manhertz was signed to a 2-year contract. Just in the past 2 weeks here. And the Panthers are also looking to re-sign Eric Reed and Darrell Williams, which I am hugely happy about. Very, very happy with those. I love the Effie Obida re-signing. I love the Chris Manhertz re-signing. Let's keep the ball rolling. I really love this so far. I think we got a handful of other ones that we want to get re-signed. I don't know who else is still on the list, but this is very positive start to our offseason so far. Julius Peppers retired today. And I saw the video of him cleaning out his locker today, and oh man, it was a bittersweet moment, It really was, because if you take a look back at Julius Pepper's career and what he was able to accomplish, it is such a great pleasure to have him retire as a Panther. I couldn't be happier to see him retire here in Charlotte, because we've had a few players that haven't retired as Panthers, Steve Smith, Thomas Davis likely won't, and there's probably a couple of others too, but those are the two big names that won't. And it's so nice to see one of our players end up retiring in Charlotte, even after being on the road in Chicago and Green Bay, in those cities. So that's really cool to see him come back and make that big impact for us for the final couple of years. That's awesome. So we're going to get into free agents. And the biggest name free agents right now are that I think we should be interested in are Earl Thomas from Seattle. He's out there. He's the last of the Legion of Boom. If many of you are not familiar with him, then you should go check out some of his highlights. He's a really good player and a really good locker room influence. Nick Foles, although I think he's probably going to be gone before we can get to him. He's going to be in heavy competition, I think, from about 3 or 4 teams. That's my guess. But I don't know for 100% fact whether that's going to be a thing or not. Quentin Dix. Now, a lot of people are going to look at me like, huh? After we just got Eric Reed resigned. But I think this is relevant because there was some talk about us switching to a 3-4 defense. And I think he fits the 3-4 more than he does the 4-3. But if anybody can confirm that, that would be great. I think he's a 3-4, if I'm not mistaken. Last time I checked, he was. But that's positive. Should we decide to go that direction? Jadavian Clowney, of course, is a big one. I think he would be very, very helpful for us. Of course, we're not going to be able to spin for all of these guys, just maybe one or two. But I think, even just one or two would help us tremendously in the long haul. Ndamukong Suh is on that list. I'm a huge, huge fan of him. I don't think he's got the abilities that he used to when he came in the first 2 or 3 years, but I think he's still a solid guy, and I think, if we can get him for a lower end contract for maybe 1 or 2 years, that would be really, really helpful to us. And of course Teddy Bridgewater. I'm a huge Teddy Bridgewater fan, and we're looking for a quarterback right now. Any chance that we can get him and he's at least halfway healthy, we need to take that chance and grab him. I think he's probably my top choice right now as far as free agents that I would grab. Because Nick Foles is going to be gone. You know that already. So that's the ones that I've seen, out of the top 20 out of the list so far. I don't know who else is still on that list right now. I'd have to get some more information and check with some people on that. But, we are looking at about, what is it? I don't even remember how much the cap space is now that we're retiring Peppers and Thomas Davis is gone. So I don't know how much it is now, but I know it's in the 20s range still, probably. But we can still grab one of these guys and tremendously help ourselves. So, that being said, we're going to roll into meetings with future players that we might be drafting or not drafting. We'll see. But the Shrine Bowl meetings so far that we've confirmed are Jordan Tamu from Ole Miss, the quarterback. Running back Devin Ozigbo from Nebraska. I'm probably going to butcher a lot of these names, so just bear with me. Running back Rick Brosette from LSU. Wide receiver Terry Godwin from Georgia. Tight end CJ Conrad from Kentucky. Offensive tackle Brian Wallace from Arkansas. Offensive tackle Alex Booker from Pittsburgh. Offensive tackle Trey Pipkins from Sioux Falls. I didn't even know Sioux Falls had a football team, but okay. Offensive tackle Ethan Greenridge from Villanova. Offensive guard Josh Miles from Morgan State. Wasn't aware Morgan State had a football team either. Um, but I'm pretty sure they do. Otherwise, he wouldn't have ended up on the list, right? Uh, Offensive guard Juwan Bushel Beatty from Michigan. I've actually watched him a little bit this year. He's a pretty good guard. And I think he would be a positive asset for us if he's still around. But we do have other needs, though. So we'll see. Jordan Brailford, defensive end from Oklahoma State. Defensive end Kyle Phillips from Tennessee. I didn't watch Tennessee that much this year, so I don't know how good this guy is. But I did center on defensive ends this year. So, in particular, one from Boston College that I don't remember the name of, and Clemson has one as well. That's pretty solid. That one of the two of them should be around in the first round, or possibly the second too. We'll see. Daywin Mack from Texas A&M, defensive tackle. Defensive end Derek Robertson from Sam Houston State. Linebacker USS Gilbert III from Akron. Cornerback Monte Hartage from Northwestern. Cornerback Blaise Brown from Troy. Those are all the Shrine Bowl meetings that were confirmed so far and reported. We do have 4 that were reported and confirmed for Senior Bowl, but there's probably more that were not reported. So, Nasir Adderley from Delaware, safety 1, Tom Hill from Virginia, center Eric McCoy from Texas A&M, and center Garrett Bradbury from NC State. And the final piece of information that we would have to cover here. By the way, if you would like to see any of these players drafted by us, let me know in the comments below, and why you think we should draft them. State your case, make it known. I will be reading comments on this one, so anything off season, I will be checking out the comments. If you have player suggestions that you would like to see us draft, please do leave them below, and I will look at them, and I'll discuss it with my friends that know more about these players than I do. So, and if we like them enough, we'll make a push for them. But the final piece of information that we need to cover is Cam Newton's surgery. He successfully had it this week, and it was an arthroscopic procedure on his shoulder. If anybody has any knowledge on that stuff, please leave some comments below on how successful those usually are, and what's involved in it. Because I'm actually curious. When it comes to any type of knowledge at all, I'm hungry for it. I want knowledge on anything and everything that could be helpful, to our team, and just knowledge in general. So if you got some knowledge on that stuff, just drop it in the comments, and I'll check it out. But there was a big debate raging on about whether we were going to sit him in 2019 for the entire season or not. I think it's a wise idea. I know Cam's probably not going to want to hear this, but we need him healthy. If there's any chance that we can even get him back 90% arm wise, you know, for the 2019 season or 2020 or future seasons, we've got to rest him and make sure that shoulder heals properly because we keep throwing him out there. Um, and it just hasn't ended well. You got these defensive ends, these linebackers, these defensive tackles that just somehow push through our line that we still haven't fixed yet, and they kill Cam Newton back there, and it just re-injures his shoulder, and we just go through the carousel again and again and again. So we've got to get him healthy. So I support the side of the people that are saying to bench him for 2019, and I think that's a wise move. As far as anything else, I don't think there's any topics that we really need to cover. So, I would have put this in a video, but I put it in a live stream instead. So, it is what it is. Oh, Trey Turner and K1 Short were in the Pro Bowl and did a really good job. I didn't actually get to see the Pro Bowl, but I heard that they did some good things in it. So, but of course the AFC just trounced them. So we're going to have another AFC Super Bowl location next year. Oh, goody, goody, goody. Let's just hope it's not Boston. Man, God help the league if it's in Boston and the Pats are back in again. It's like a home game for them. Anyway, that'll be it for this stream. I hope you guys enjoyed the content and discuss it among yourselves. Let me know in the comments what you thought of everything that was said in the video. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. Let me know that you enjoy the content and you want to see more. Again, we are having the training camp in Wofford again this year in 2019, so I will be there. I will be putting up some videos for you guys. Believe me on that. I will find a way. I've been having some technical issues right around the end of that, but I will find a way to get you some videos. But I just want to thank you guys, all of you, for your support of this channel. You guys have been fantastic. You guys are the reason I keep this channel going, and I love all of you. You're family to me. So, we're all Panthers Nation family, and we'll continue to support one another through the storm of this 7-9 season here and other storms as well, in this franchise. So, be patient. Things will get better. I do have a surprise lined up for you guys after the Super Bowl. I'm going to be doing a series of YouTube live streams for you guys. I'm not going to say what they're about, but I do have a bit of a surprise for you guys. That's in the works. That's why I've been kind of slacking on videos and live streams on the channel, because I've been trying to gather notes and try to get it together to prepare for that. So that's what I've been doing, if you guys have been wondering why there haven't been much content, plus the fact that there haven't been much news coming out of Charlotte lately. So the more news that comes out of Charlotte, the more I'm going to be able to pump out videos and live streams. But I just want to say this as a final piece of this video. Thank you so much, Thomas Davis and Julius Peppers, for what you did for this organization. I can't even thank you enough, man. Like, the contributions, the heart, the passion, the love that you put into this franchise is just unreal. And it's unbelievable. And we the fans love you guys back so much. And I wish you two the best of success wherever you end up, whatever you end up doing. Thank you so much. Like, from the bottom of my heart, man. It's been a pleasure watching you guys play. It's been a pleasure being in the stadium to see you guys kick some butt, and hopefully in the future you guys have success in whatever you do. Take what you learned with you. And I hope that whatever life lessons bring to you, that you learn a lot and you use that knowledge to benefit your life and the people around you. Thank you. On behalf of the Keep Pounding Nation, best of luck. Alright, so with that, I'm going to end this live stream. Thank you guys very much. I'll be doing a Super Bowl live stream, I think. Possibly. We'll see about that. Depends on what's going on. I haven't had any people offer to watch it with me this year, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, you never know, right? But be looking for new news, any new content that comes out, anything on the official pages. You're going to see a video or a live stream about it at some point. But I've been waiting to gather enough information to put it into like a 10-minute video at least. So if it takes a while for that to happen, that's why. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Love the support as always. By the way, even if you hit that bell, you're not guaranteed to get a notification, so that's just the way YouTube has been for the past 2 or 3 years. So just bear through it, and I'm sure YouTube will either fix it or drown out. We'll see. No guarantees on either one, though. But until that time, this channel is going to remain active. Thank you guys so much, and